What's going on, y'all? Maveli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. So, yesterday, Harlem rapper, Harlem trendsetter, Harlem rap legend to me, Max B, aka Max Bigavell, was released from prison after doing a 16-year stint, right? And so, for me, y'all, to see Max B, first of all of Max B's previous footage is in like 480p, right? We don't have 4K imagery of Max B at all. So it's just like, man, a lot of time has passed. Seriously. Like, I've been a Max B fan since the moment I heard him on You Gotta Love It. Cameron's diss to Jay-Z, right? Which is one of the most criminally underrated disses, hip hop disses of all time. That's one of my favorite hip hop diss tracks of all time for real. And Jay-Z is my favorite rapper ever. But Cam was styling in that. He was styling on Jigga in the diss, and Max B made, with the hook on the song, he made it even grittier. The first time I heard that song and I heard Max B's hook, I said, who is that? Who is that? For real, because I had never heard a voice like that was gritty, but was harmonizing at the same time. It was like, yo, what is going on? It was a crazy experience for me, and I wanted to hear more from him. So I remember going on a dive of his music a little bit after that, and I would hear him on a lot of the Bird Gang collaborations, right? You would hear him on Go With You with Mac, well, I'm gonna say with Max, with Stack Bundles and Jim Jones, right? Because he was signed under Bird Gang, Jim Jones label. And I remember that I love my women, I need them, I gotta have them. After I hit them, I got them saying, Max, can I go with you? That what? I love my women, the one that play their position. That joint was cold. Jimmy, can I go with you? And then I remember it was on Hustler's Poem, which is, to me, that is a fire album from Jim Jones. Diary of a Summer and Hustler's Poem, that's like some of Jim's best work. But when I heard him on So Harlem, everybody talking about this Bird Gang money, but this shit is getting funny to me. It's getting funny to me. Hey, Max on that joint, he's harmonizing, but it's gritty, and I can't really explain it, but it sounds so good. It sounds phenomenal. And I would hear these records and just be like, man, this dude is always. Max could make any song. He would remix goddamn Irreplaceable by Beyonce and still make it catchy and sound good. You're like, what is going on right here? Like, what is this that's going on? But after becoming a huge fan of Max B's music, years later, I started my YouTube channel in 2017. My name, Maveli, it comes from Max B. Like, no lie. A lot of people look at my name and think like, oh, it's because I'm a big Pac fan, and I am a fan of Pac for real. But my name don't come from Pac. It comes from Max B. Max B's nickname is Bigaveli, right? It was which is he combined Big, Notorious B.I.G., Jigga, Bigger, and then Tupac. Combined Jay-Z, he combined Biggie, Jay-Z, and Tupac's name to make Bigaveli, right? My homies in high school call me Mac. So I named my channel Maveli. But I got it from Bigaveli, which is Max B's nickname, right? And so, yeah, man, seeing him outside, he been going everywhere. Max been everywhere. I mean, he been at this function. He was at the New York Jets game. We see him dapping up Method Man. He performing here, performing there. He making appearances. He look like he's having a time of his life. We saw him. He's married, so he upgraded his wife's ring, and he looks to be having a great time, man. And it's good for him. Because again, 16 years is a long time. 16 years ago, I was 16 years old. And like, what, my junior year? Probably maybe the end of my sophomore year, beginning of my junior year, right? So I didn't have any children at that time. I have 2 children now. I didn't go to college. I didn't went to grad school. So much time has passed. And like I said, the previous clips of him used to be in like 480p. So to see him in 4K is like, man, time has really passed since he's been locked away. For those who don't know, Max was originally, he was sentenced to 75 years in jail, in prison, right? With a whole bunch of different charges. Um, one of them being murder, one of them being like kidnapping and robbery, etc., stuff like that. And then it got reduced to manslaughter, right? I don't know what was his doing with all of that and how involved he was in the stuff that happened. I really don't know. I remember though, leading up to him going to prison, he was still making music, still would be with French Montana, and then French Montana welcomed him home. Let me not forget that. I'm not a fan of French Montana's music. I always say that I am not, but still, it's been admirable the way he's always been shouting Max B's name and representing Max from the time that Max B had been locked away, and so French Montana was there to greet Max B when he came home from jail and embrace him. And it looked like they were really happy and excited to see each other. But yeah, leading up to the time that Max was getting ready to go to jail, he was still dropping music, still making mixtapes. And I was out here downloading them. I mean, when he was gone away, he went away. I was downloading all the mixtapes. What was it? Public Domain, Silver Surfer, all them different Wavy Crockett, the mixtapes he had, because he called himself the wave, right? And first of all, he got this song called Boss Don. Hey, that was my shit. I'm gonna come on, damn you, give me a fifth of Grand Crew. Max always talking about Grand Crew. And every song he had, he was always talking about Grand Crew every single time. But yeah, man, it's like now it's a lot of people that don't even know, like people wondering who the hell is he? Who is this dude, man? Max has one of the greatest like hip hop interviews I've ever seen. And not because he's dropping supreme knowledge. It's just because it's so funny. And he's like in Ric Flair mode. It's like him cutting can you imagine a wrestler cutting a promo where they dissing another wrestler and at the same time talking about how cool they are and they're showing their complete charisma. They in their complete what's the word I'm looking for? Their complete dominant bravado. That was Max. Like that interview when he on the street talking about Jim Jones and the fallout with Bird Gang and all of that and running his hands through his hair, calling himself Fabio, and I look like a boss, I smell like a boss, I taste like a boss. Max Bigger Val, fuck out of here. Like, that is such a classic moment, man. Calling Jim Jones Gargamel. Y'all know Gargamel from the Smurfs? From the Smurfs, Gargamel. Hey, calling Jimmy that is crazy, man. But I'm all over the place with this video. But Max needs I give Max his credit, man. A lot of people say Max wrote We Fly High. And when you listen to the hook of We Fly High, it sounds just like Max. We fly, no lie, you know this. Bowling on foreign rides outside. It's like showbiz. That's just sounds just the words, the choice of words, showbiz. All the way he's like rhyming the words, the way he's making it sound, the way the cadence on the words, it sounds just like Max. If you listen to Max, all of that sounds just like him. Seriously, and I feel like Max was a precursor. I mean, him and Drake not the same thing because he would harmonize with gritty stuff, or he would harmonize gritty lyrics. But a lot of times, Max even redid Neo's "Sexy Love." Like what the hell? What is Max like? Max would do all type of crazy stuff, man, and yeah. But I just remember being a fan of his music, and I'm not glamorizing anything he was locked away for at all. But the music, man, the hearing his voice on them songs, you're like, yo, this dude is, I don't know, man. As a young kid, he had a magnetic aura to say, I want to listen to songs that he's on. When I heard Go With You, when I heard So Harlem, when I heard him on You Gotta Love It, when I heard Boss Don, when I heard songs like this, I say, yeah, man, I see why I see why, like, his music would catch on. Matter of fact, I believe we have like Cameron and been on, not Cameron. Wiz Khalifa's been on record as saying he's a big Max B fan. And he was a big Dipset fan. Matter of fact, I remember Max had a song called Why You Do That. And that mother go, why you do that? I said, I'm sorry, baby. That was Bigger Valley, not Charlie, baby. Why you do that? Hey, because you know his real name is Charlie Wingate. He said, that was Bigger Valley, not Charlie, baby. Why you do that? I used to be in the crib listening to that, like, yo, it would be so entertaining for real. I don't know what it is, but he had an entertaining aura around him, even when he's being serious. You know, speaking of his lead up to going to prison, I remember on the lead up to him going to prison, he was getting ready to go to jail. This man, him and Roxy Reynolds, the corn star, replaced the C in corn with a P, right? Him, because I don't know, YouTube be funny about certain words and stuff, and it used to be at least. I don't know if that's since changed, but YouTube and their censorship be a little funny and iffy sometimes. But I remember Roxy Reynolds. He laid with Roxy Reynolds before he went to prison, and it's not made up. Roxy's on camera, like she's on camera being snuggled up with him and letting everybody know her and Bigger Val about to have a night to remember, right? And matter of fact, when he was locked away in prison, Roxy Reynolds came to visit him. The corn star, the adult film actress, the adult film star Roxy Reynolds, she went to visit him in jail. So I said, man, it was the wave. Roxy got caught up in the wave. You know, it's wavy, baby. It's wavy, baby. But Max is having the time of his life. He been and one day you've seen Max at 7 different events. The man had been in a club. He didn't been at a dinner. He didn't been at a performance. He didn't been to the game. That man had been at friend's house. He didn't been over at French Block. He didn't been everywhere, you know. But hopefully, you know, Max is 47 years old now. You know, hopefully he is a reformed individual and he can live successfully and you know, be with his family, be with his kids, and enjoy his life, enjoy his wife, get back to making his music that he loves doing, get back to performing. Because look, right now, I'm telling you, Max gonna be hot. People gonna be looking to book him to perform at places. I'm talking about grown folks, not kids, because I know the young kids like, who the hell is this dude, right? If you under the age of 30, you probably don't know who the hell Max B is. But I'm 32. People my age that was really into hip hop for real, and older, like not just mainstream hip hop either. You know, we know who Max is, and so Max gonna probably people 30 and older are gonna be wanting to see Max perform. You know, so and they're gonna be wanting to hear new music from him. I can imagine a lot of artists like Wiz Khalifa are going to be wanting to do collaborations with him. So I'm hoping he maximizes off of that and enjoys his life, man. And yeah, being away for 16 years, that ain't no joke. I have family members who served 11 years. That was a long time. 16, even longer, of course. You know, y'all, of course, the math 16 is longer than is longer than 11, but yeah, I just couldn't imagine, you know? So it's good to see him all smiles and in a positive space. Before he went to prison, he wasn't in the best space. He was upset because Jim Jones had allegedly was not paying him, compensating him for the music he was doing. They were treating him like he was an odd man out, like he was just I guess a do boy as it pertains to the music, not a do boy because it's like an errand boy. But they were just treating him like, you know, hey, couldn't come in here and do these songs and you're not going to get compensated for it. Those are Max words and his allegations, right? So he was really, really pissed at Jimmy and people around Jim. And he had a lot of hostility towards them, a ton, which is why you see this interview on the street that he did where he's going off on Jim. And why you see he was dissing Jim in a lot of songs because of the fact that he felt like, yo, I wasn't giving credit for a lot of stuff he wasn't giving credit for the stuff that he was doing, the hooks he was making, the songs he was writing, all of that. A lot of people feel like Hustler's poem, a lot of that was Max. For real. I mean, and Max is on the album, and again, So Harlem is such a fire track. It's really fire, really, because of Max. I mean, Jimmy rapping on there, 100%. He's rapping. But Max hook on So Harlem, what? Chef's kiss for real, man. So he wasn't in a positive space before he got locked away. And now he's out. Hopefully he can stay with positive energy around him. And I remember when he was locked up, people were asking him about Jim Jones. And he was like, man, you know, past is the past. He's in a different headspace. And I think when a man has to sit down for 16 years, they think completely different. A lot of them do, at least. Not all. A lot of them think differently. They've had time to sit down and reflect on a lot of the negative things in their life and how it led them down a bad road. You know, and next, I guess his spirit, that whole, how his spirit and his mental was after the Bird Gang fallout, the fallout with Jim Jones, maybe that's what landed him in that situation that he had going on that led to him going to prison. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. But anyway, man, Maveli Mills TV. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. I'm out, y'all. Peace.